guys, sorry for not filming this sooner, but I have just gotten around to it. Don't take it personally, I promise. I've just been dealing with college stuff. And so now I'm here to videotape part 2. It's a challenge for this video. We're gonna try to make eye contact with the camera the entire time. Oh, I just screwed up. This is gonna be another one-shot take. I'm sorry, I've got the computer. I literally just don't have the software yet. I promise you that at some point you won't have to listen to me say 1,000 times in a video. But for now, here we go. Here is stupid things I did as a child and recently, part 2. Okay, so first off, I am gonna not make eye contact with the camera when I look over at my little list so I didn't forget anything. For anyone who's on Facebook and follows me on Facebook, Alexandra Raven, Facebook. My mom kind of wrote all this stuff down, so you got a little sneak peek of what I'm gonna talk about, but here we go. When I was probably about 7 years old, I got my fingers stuck in a Chinese finger trap. And you would say, Alex, that's what Chinese finger traps are for. That is exactly their purpose, to get you stuck. However, I had not been taught yet how to get my fingers out, where all you have to do is push in and pull out. That's what she said. And so I fell asleep. I got so frustrated with trying to figure it out and so tired that I fell asleep with the Chinese finger trap, and there's this infamous picture of me asleep on my bed at 7 years old in footy pajamas with my finger stuck in a Chinese finger trap. The next one it happened when I was probably in 3rd or 4th grade. I went through my what if phase where I asked people, what if I did this? What if I did that? Really pushing my boundaries as a small child. And I was at Girl Scout camp, and I asked one of the leaders, while she was pouring me a glass of water, and little 3rd grade me asked her, what if I splash this cup of water in your face? And the look on her face when I said that, she was so surprised. She was like, what is this child gonna do to me? She did not know how to handle it. Oh my god, I can still picture the exact look on her face. It was so incredibly embarrassing. And the second after I said it, I don't even know if I took a breath, I started bawling my eyes out because I knew how inappropriate and horrible it was that I said that. Oh my god. And then my mom actually was at the Girl Scout camp with me, and she made me go back to her crying and apologize. And I literally think she didn't even accept my apology. She was that offended by the 7 or 8-year-old me saying that. So maybe, weird. This next one happened. My aunt and cousins were there when this happened. It was July 23rd, the day before, July 3rd, the day before the 4th of July. And I have this wooden banister going down into my basement. It's very flat and nice, and it's got a nice angle on it, and I always used to slide down it. But then we got rid of one of our fridges that was in the basement. And apparently my dad had dropped it on the edge of the banister, splintering the wood. So the second I went down it, I felt the most extreme pain I don't want to say I've ever felt, but it was up there. And I had gotten this splinter, probably this long, this thick, stuck in my butt. It went through my jeans, through my shorts, through my underwear, and it was stuck, and it hurt so badly. And after about 45 minutes of my parents trying to get it out, I ended up having to go to the emergency room, and a doctor cut it out with a scalpel and then put it in a jar for me. And then I came home. So all of that 4th of July, I couldn't sit for the parade. I had to stand because my butt hurt too much for me to sit. One of the most mortifying and scary experiences of my life, I have to say. Don't slide down splintered banisters. This next one happened on a snow day. I was doing, what's it called? The polar plunge challenge? I don't actually remember. No, because it's with water. I don't remember what it was, but it was like jump in snow challenge. And so we opened up our back window. The snow was probably 3 feet tall because, you know, we're in central New York and it snows that much here. And I jumped out the window into the snow, and that's the moment that I realized snow is actually an interesting texture before it melts, because I just like jumped all the way into it, and anyway, it doesn't matter. But in my jumping out of the window, I broke the window. Now, you can find this somewhere on the internet. Someone posted this to a best fails compilation somewhere. I have it saved or whatever, but you know what? 10 bonus points if you can find it again and mortify me for the rest of time. And the last one is the grand finale of all finales. Let me set a scene for you. It's AP week, junior year. I haven't slept. I haven't talked to my friends in a long time. I'm exhausted. I'm ready to die. I am just done. And I'm outside of an AP test with one of my friends and her boyfriend. And I'm luckily not taking the test, but I'm leaning against the lockers like the cool person I am. And there was an open locker. And I looked at it and I was like, I bet I can fit in there. I said to my friend, I bet I can fit there. Do you want to bet if I can fit in there? And she was like, no, please, Alex, please don't. And I was like, I bet I can fit in there. And so I slid in to this locker, and I don't know how on earth I fit into it. It was literally this wide. I'm not even exaggerating, maybe even smaller than this. This is how wide our lockers are at school. And I slid into it, and then I have this picture. It's really like a victory photo of like, I was like, take a picture of me, I got in. And then I said, holy shit, I can't get out. And so I tried to get out, and the AP test started. Luckily I wasn't taking it. And so my friends left me, and next thing I know, a teacher's like getting Officer Goldman, who is our police officer in our school, and he's trying to get me out. He's trying to pull me out. My other friend who showed up after is trying to get me out. And I all of a sudden am like, I'm gonna throw up. And I, thank God, didn't. But I was so, like, I've never had a more physical response to anxiety and stress than at that moment. I just start sweating the coldest sweat. I feel nauseous. I start blacking out. I end up passing out, and they're calling the fire department to come and get me out. And I'm like barely with it. My counselor's there trying to talk to me. I'm listening to music up at the top of the locker while I literally don't have vision because I'm completely blacked out, still conscious, but blacked out. And the fire department comes and they try to get me out, and I'm just like, please just get me out of here. I can't. Don't try to pull me out. No one, it won't work. And then they had to use the jaws of life, the thing that they use to open cars in bad car accidents, to pry the locker open so that I could slide out. And when I got out, I was so shaky and I was so sick from the adrenaline that I was like, please, I was like drenched in sweat. My clothes were wet. I'm a junior in high school. I am 16 years old, a respectable person who is considered smart, and I am being pulled out of the locker with the principal there and everyone, and I like am put in a classroom. The paramedic checks me out, and then the vice principal calls my mom and is like, so something has happened. Alex is fine. No, the fire department had to be called, the ambulance. Like, without saying that I was fine and without saying it was just me being stupid and got stuck in a locker, he set up this whole scene for my mom and then said, Alex got stuck in a locker. And she was so pissed at me for probably about 8 hours, and then it turned into something funny. My dad thought it was funny immediately, but I was like, can I please go home and shower? I'm so wet. I don't want to go to school. I'm disgusting. My mom made me stay at school. And so at the very least, I got to go to to the nurse's office. They actually had to wheel me because I was that, like, out of it afterwards. They wheeled me to the nurse's office. I had some juice or whatever. And just when I think that the humiliation can't get any further, the principal of the school walks into the nurse's office and sits next to me. Me and my sweaty ass sits next to me and says, Alex, we all do stupid things when we're in high school. Happens to the best of us. And all I could think was, oh fucking God, this is this guy's opinion of me. I've done so many cool things in high school, and I'm a good student, and this is my legacy. When another little freshman asks, has anyone gotten stuck in a locker? They're going to say that someone has gotten stuck in a locker. They can point to the locker that I got stuck into. And so he leaves, and I say, oh, I'm fine, it's fine, I'm sorry. And I, like, apologize, and I don't even know what I said, but somehow he leaves. And I'm laying back in the chair bed thing, and I hear from the hallway, no, I think she was actually fully in the locker. And I'm like, oh God, the whole school fucking knows. And so for the rest of the day, I went around to my classes telling the story because there was nothing else I could do. I couldn't be like, no, I didn't do it. I just really had to embrace the fact that it was ridiculously funny and stupid that I did it. And so I ended up telling even more people that didn't know prior to it. But there's rumors that I got thrown in there, that I was bullied. And I'm like, no, just bullied by myself. The person who hates me the most. JK. And oh my God, it was the worst. Some girl came by whose locker it was and asked me, is there a jacket in there? And I was like, no, there's no jacket in there. Oh my God. And I literally, my friends won't let me live it down. The school won't ever let me live it down. Luckily, there was something else going on immediately afterwards that kind of got me off the hook. But, oh my God, it was the worst. God, the locker's still bent, I think. And this is the funny part. I went to the fire station for an open house like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And my dad very graciously mentioned that, and they were like, oh my God, that was you, we got that call. And he was like, I'm so sad that I was at school when that call came in, I really wanted to go on it. And I'm like, oh God, this place that I'm gonna be doing like fun clubs in or something and take my EMT test, I really gotta be known as that girl everywhere. And so yeah, that's my horrible, embarrassing story of when I got stuck in a locker. But just the cherry on top of everything, we're gonna pray to God that I have enough sense not to get stuck in things in college. But I guess we'll see. My goal right now is to not. But God only knows. God. I guess update you, I got a new haircut. I got new piercings. I think that's it. I've submitted some college applications. I'm really living my best senior life. And I don't know. I think that's it. Got my cute houseplants. We could do a whole tour of those in another video. And I promise in a different video I will be more interesting because I'll be able to cut out all of the stutters and the ums. And I have some really cool ideas coming up, so stick around. I'm not going to put a timetable on this because God knows we can't stick to it. But I'll see you guys later. Bye. Thanks for watching.